up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fabsome besties? I'm Toya, an adult doll collector. Welcome to my miniverse. Let me just finish painting my nails right quick. This is a random color I just kind of created by mixing all of my old nail polish together. Because there is no way I'm leaving polish in the bottle. We gotta find a way to use it. In our recent My Mini Baby Stuff video, there was a project I didn't have time to get to. I was trying to come up with a way to recycle the collector's guide. Not sure if this idea will work, but let's give it a try. Let's take the collector's guide and recycled paperboard. Using a ruler, I measure the pictures of the babies, and it looks like we need a little rectangle about 3/4 by 5/8 of an inch. Cut the recycled paperboard to those measurements. I cut 7. Then let's cut the collector's guide into strips. I cut mine at 5/8 of an inch tall, but of course you can alter the measurements to best suit you. Take one of the paperboard cutouts, place it over one of the babies, and then fold it in half, just so we see where we need to cut them. And it looks like mine is matching up with the fold in the center anyway, so that is where I am cutting. Take the folded paper, glue the paperboard to the back of both sides. Trim off the excess to have our first page. Take the next piece of the collector's guide, and we're gonna glue one of them to the back, then add another piece of paperboard, add the next set of pictures and paperboard, repeating over and over until all the pages are glued together. Take the rest of the collector's guide and figure out what you want to use for a cover. I'm thinking maybe the teddy bear. I also thought about using the baby's face. Glue an image onto the front, wrapping the paper around to the back. Cut out more little pieces from the collector's guide and glue them on. We can also cut part of the birth certificate, peel off the top layer, and glue it onto our little cover to turn the collector's guide into a mini board book with pages showing us all the minis we can collect. And now that it's a mini, we can keep it in the room as part of the decor. We can do something similar with other collector's guides to make more board books in other sizes, using a variety of pictures. And I put the QR code on the back. This one came out really cute. So if you want to make mini books without using a printer and do a little recycling, this could be an option. I've been seeing this doll a lot in the doll community, called Defa Lucy, and I do apologize if I'm saying that wrong. I'm kind of loving the eye makeup. I'm wondering if we can create something similar with stuff we already have. I thought the Barbie June face sculpt, you know this one, could probably be repainted to get a similar vibe. And I have a lot of these just laying around, like for real. This is one of the heads that came on a Made to Move body, so we have a lot because of head swaps. And she's shiny and pixelated, so, you know. This is one I tried to customize a long time ago, so it's another good candidate. This is Barbie Fashionista number 159. She is a petite and also pixelated. Before we start wiping dolls clean, in the comments of our Naturalista repaint, some of you suggested practicing on paper first. Okay, I made a printable because you know how we love doing that. Here is the Barbie sculpt. Here's the inspiration. I did a little editing and tried to merge them together. Underneath, I blew up our inspo so we can get a good look. Little practice area or for mixing paints, and then I have 3 blank attempts at the bottom. I just edited the face clean, so it might look a little weird, and my printer is running out of ink. But if you print it and match it to scale, it should be about the same size as a Barbie's face. So hopefully this will help us to practice. That might be a little too large. Yeah, can we erase? All right, just draw lightly so we can correct our mistakes. So I'm gonna start with the eye and just sketch it out, keeping it a little smaller. Yeah, that might work. Then there's a little lid there. The eyebrows are really gonna get me, but it looks like theirs are more like little lines. Yeah, this is gonna work. Maybe. I don't know. She looks kind of sad. Let's go over it with a little paint. And I can't really water down my paints too much because, you know, printer ink. I think this is more about giving me a plan and the confidence that I could actually do this. Let's use a little metallic rose gold for the eyeshadow next. I can barely see it, but that might be a good thing. Dry brush a little bit of pink. Let's add those eyebrows, the lips, the eyes, which should have clearly defined circles. Then add the details in black. I think my paint dried. Then add the details in black. Getting the eyelashes even was definitely a little bit of a challenge for me, and I think I need to go with a little bit more pink in the makeup. Can we add a little more pink now? I can see where this is going. If we can get the eyes, I think we'll be okay. Second attempt is looking better. Let's move on to practicing on a doll. I pull her hair back. I secure at the top with a few pins. I use nail polish remover and a Q-tip to wipe her face. This pixelated stuff really doesn't want to come off. But we're getting there, and we're done. For me, removing the pixelated paint definitely took more time. This is an older Barbie whose paint is not pixelated. And let's see, is it difficult to remove? No. This comes right off. Yeah. The pixelated dolls. And for me, having to work so hard to remove the paint, where you're kind of pushing on their face to remove it, it can kind of mess up some of their facial features. So be careful. I tried both these nail polish removers and got similar results. But now that the faces have been wiped clean, I remade the printable, where we can totally see the facial features better, and I'll post this one on our blog, myfroggystuff.blogspot.com. And now we can practice again until we feel comfortable. Still having issues with the eyebrows, but I think we're getting better. And now we come to the part of the video where we actually paint a doll. Sorry, I know there's been a lot. Oh wait, we have to talk supplies. I've seen watercolor pencils and Mr. Super Clear as a list of possible supplies. However, Mr. Super Clear is not an option for me. I did get the watercolor pencils, and these were the most expensive watercolor pencils I have ever bought. I tried to use some less expensive ones, like some that I already had. They didn't show up. These, however, did. On a test doll, I have acrylic paint and acrylic markers. I got these on Amazon. It does say non-toxic. They were like $39.99. Yo, this is getting expensive. And brushes. And of course, there are other options that you can go with. Feel free to list your faves in the comments down below. I'm gonna start off using the watercolor pencils, just add a little shading. There is definitely a learning curve with the watercolor pencils. We can use acrylic paint in a tube and water it down like we did in our last video. In the comments on Instagram, someone said take the acrylic markers and just push out a little bit of paint. Then using a brush, get a little bit of the paint and apply it to the doll. They said it goes on really smooth. Wow, and it does. I made a mistake. Now I have to start over. I add a tan pearlescent to the lid. The good thing about the doll versus the paper is that they're little indentions, so it's kind of easier to follow. There's a little under the eye as well. Let's paint the darkest part of the eye, or, the eye color. Add a lighter circle to the inside, then black, including the eyeliner and eyelashes. And whoever suggested using the acrylic markers as the paint, awesome! I am totally loving that. For one, I'm using way less paint with the markers than I am with tube paint, and it just seems to glide really easily. I add a little tinted Mod Podge to the lips. Those eyelashes are killing me, and I feel like that is such an important part of the Defa Lucy look, so we kind of need to try to get that right. I repainted them, and to me, I think they look more delicate. Add the shine in the eye. Oh, my hand is shaking. To finish this inspired look. Now let's try again because practice makes better. Key points to remember. Shimmery eyeshadow on the top and bottom. Do not put a line underneath the eye, just do eyelashes and try to keep the eyelashes delicate. Okay. I also remade the printable and cleaned it up. I removed the backgrounds to save a little ink and I edited the hair. And we made a black and white option as well. And I used this little space at the top to drag my paints. I feel like I'm moving a lot faster this time. Not sure if that is better. The first one took me like 10 hours and the second one took me 2. The eyes are definitely larger, having some issues with symmetry, and those eyelashes. Must keep practicing. And this time it took me an hour. I know this is not a race, and I do suggest taking your time. Painting on the paper does feel very different than painting on the doll, but I do think this is a great way to practice, kind of get your feet wet with doll customizing and tracking your progress until you're ready to take someone's face off. Let's put them on some made-to-move bodies, then find them something to wear. I bought this set on Amazon for $9.99 a while ago. It arrived in a plastic bag. We have 4 outfits. Here's a large black and white striped shirt with baggy cargo shorts. The shorts have an elastic waistband with a little string hanging down, and those are working pockets. If we do the math, this outfit is about $2.50. The shirt velcros in the back and can fit a Ken doll. Here's the shirt in white and black. Paired with a pleated skirt, I think I got a little happy with the under eye shimmer. It's bouncing off my lights, and I'm not sure if I love it from all angles, but we're learning. We have the shirt in gray and white with a long denim skirt, and we have a pink and red shirt with a denim skirt. The denim skirt has an asymmetrical design and might need to be ironed. Defa Lucy seems to have a denim collection, so we're gonna try to shoot for something along those lines. I got this set for $13.99 back in December. It's now $17.99, taking each outfit from $3.50 to $4.50. The shirts are a little bulky for me. The overalls have working pockets, they seem to be sewn pretty well, but I'm not loving the brown shoulder straps. What if we just trim them down? Not terrible, but I would probably want to replace them. But the pants are pretty long, they flare a little, we have a nice hem at the bottom, and there's a little stretch. We have them in a lighter denim, 2 shorter pair, and I like the straps on those better, and the shirt in red, black, and white. I also bought this set back in December for $9.99. And we're just gonna have to mix and match these pieces to get the look that we want. Like, these jeans feel kind of thick. I took the white shirt from that set and paired it with some overalls. I took the long sleeve white shirt, took it apart, sewed it back together to be a tube top, then paired it with the overalls. Let's take this top from an Amazon fashion pack we opened a while back and pair it with the denim skirt, giving us 3 different looks with a denim vibe. I am enjoying this process of learning how to customize my dolls. I know it's one of those things where you just have to practice, but I love the idea of being able to create new dolls with stuff I already have, giving an old doll a new life. Thank you for joining us. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram at My Froggy Stuff, the Frog Vlog, and Bella of My Froggy Stuff. And we will see you next time. Bye!